Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name's Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Chivas versus Monterrey. An absolutely huge game, really difficult game away at Monterrey, and yeah, it's a really tough game. I don't think they've lost a game there all season. They're top of the league, or they're fighting America for the top of the league. So it's always going to be a really tough game, especially after facing America all those times a couple of weeks ago. Not the easiest game to go to, and I was a little bit skeptical if we can actually get the job done there. I thought this was going to be a real test for Gago because obviously we played America, we've had mixed results, 1-1, lost 1, draw 1. So anything could have happened in this game, to be honest with you. So we get straight into it. We did get a somewhat surprising 2-0 win, surprisingly comfortable as well. Lots of stuff to talk about in this game though, which is absolutely epic for me. We'll talk about the fact that, obviously they did get two red cards. I'll go into them in a minute. But I think, the goals were deserved. I think Monterrey didn't really trouble us too much. Rangel did make a couple of good saves. Really good save, by the way. And unlucky for him not to get a goal as well. He tried to replicate Tonio Rodriguez's long goal from, I think it's like 3 or 4 years ago now. I remember watching that video. I've actually got a video of that up on the channel, so check it out. But yeah, it went wide. Unfortunately, I think he had less time to think about it than Antonio did. It would have been a really cool, really cool thing for him to score, but obviously that wasn't going to be because obviously their goalkeeper came up for the corner. So yeah, 2-0, really good clean sheet from Rangel as well. I really love Rangel at the moment. A lot of people say that Wally should be playing more. I have no problems with Wally. I think Wally's a really good goalkeeper. I just think that Rangel has come from my youth system. He's a lot younger. Gago clearly prefers him as number one, and I do too. I think he just needs to keep playing. The goals we are conceding, I think, are more down to the fact that we have not so good centre backs right now. More than Rangel being bad. It's nice. It's nice to have a goalkeeper that's actually doing quite well. Obviously, he's not perfect, but he's young. He's still learning. I think he's 22 or 23. So, yeah, he's still learning. He's got loads and loads of years left to perfect his craft. So, if we can get him established now, get him playing well now, then I think in a couple of years' time he's going to be an elite goalkeeper for us. For Mexico as well. I mean, I think I really do see him playing for Mexico one day. If he keeps up this trajectory. With Ochoa kind of being phased out now, Malagon's obviously going to come in and take that number one spot, but I think that's only going to be for a little while. I can't see Malagon being number one for Mexico for too long. And then we've got a whole bunch of goalkeepers. We've got Padilla, that Padilla kid as well, he looks quite cool, to be honest with you. But obviously, Rangel and a couple of others. I think Garcia could establish himself as a Liga MX player soon. Because he's doing really well with Tapatio. So, goalkeeping wise, I think it's not going to be immediate. It's going to be a while, but I think Mexico is going to be all right with goalkeepers in the next, say, 5 to 6 years. So first, guys, I just want to get into the red cards first, and then I'll get into the goals because I think all 4 of those incidences deserve a little bit of a conversation. So obviously it's 0-0 in the first half. Get towards the end of the first half. It's been a bit scrappy. No team really has had a massive chance. I mean, Pio had a really good chance. You could say that Pocho had a good chance as well. But Pio in particular, his curling effort, I mean, if that had gone in, it would have been an absolute world-class goal. But it didn't, so it was a bit scrappy. I mean, you could tell that Monterrey were getting a little bit frustrated. Some bits towards the referee. I think they thought that their decisions was going against them. And I criticised earlier the centre backs, but our centre backs, sorry, but our team defended really well in this whole game. We frustrated them. Vasquez, who's been flying with them, was absolutely really quiet this game. He did miss an opportunity towards the end of the game, but very quiet. Like I said, Rangel had a couple of saves, but it wasn't a lot. I really thought that we'd be under the pressure the whole game. We weren't. We kept them quiet for quite a while in this game, and you can see the Rayados players getting a little bit frustrated. And Gerardo Arteaga, man. I mean, I could make a whole video of Arteaga. To be honest, I've been following him since before he went to Europe when he was playing at Santos, and he's a player that I really, really like. I've always liked him. I thought he was a really good player. I think he will still establish himself eventually as Mexico's left back, side left back. But he does have temperament issues. He reminds me a lot of a little bit younger Pollo Briseño. He very, very. If he's annoyed, he tends to let it get the best of him. Um, and in Europe, you can't get away with that. No, it's really frowned upon. It's really clamped down on. You don't in Europe now. You can't just be a really good footballer. You have to have the personality and the temperament to go with it. If you're known as a player that gets a lot of yellow cards, a lot of red cards, if you're known as a player that talks too badly to the referee and to other players, who causes a bit of scene, that follows you in Europe. And it's nice to see in Mexico as well. The referee didn't take it from him. So going into it, does he get fouled? He gets a little bit of a push pull. The referee blatantly was trying to let the game flow. I mean, there is an argument that he probably was fouled. But it wasn't given. It was given as a Chivas goal kick, I believe. So he got frustrated. First of all, he goes and kicks the ball. It's not even the ball he was playing with. It was one of the balls that was just a spare ball, ready for the ball boys to throw, um, onto the pitch as and when. So he goes and kicks one of those balls. That for me is a yellow card, and you can't do that. You can't do that. On one hand, it's like, well, we just kicked the ball. It hit the advertising stands. It didn't hit anybody. Blah blah blah. That's not the point. You have to set a boundary, and that's one of the boundaries. You can't just go smacking the ball in frustration like that. So those are deserved yellow cards. And yeah, his frustrations, and I mean, he's 25, so I wouldn't say immaturity, but it's kind of like an immature thing. Just kept talking. I don't know, my Spanish isn't great, so I don't know what he said to the ref. I can imagine that he probably said something he shouldn't have done, but it was probably more the fact that he kept complaining. You know, there's not been an instance ever, I don't think, in football where a player gets a yellow card and they complain and the ref goes, okay, sorry, I'll take it back. Like, once you get the yellow card, you just got to accept that you got the yellow card. You can complain a little bit, obviously, because, it's emotional, but at the same time, there is a limit. And he kept talking, and you can go back and see the replay. He spent a good 30 seconds to a minute just talking and talking crap, probably, to the referee. And the referee had every right to give him another yellow card. He probably didn't want to do that. It was still the first half. He probably didn't want to ruin the game by having the home team go down one man. But at the same time, boundaries need to be set. And I don't think this instant can be argued too badly from the other side. I don't think Monterrey fans can say, well, he didn't deserve a red card. He kept talking, man. You deserved yellow card, and then you kept talking and complaining. And I think he probably said something. He probably swore or said something bad to the ref, and the ref's like, "No, I'm not taking that." Ripped him, and yeah, he's still got to learn that. He's always. You can tell Archega is one of those players that is very not emotional, but is a bit temperamental, should I say? And he needs to fix that. He's at a big club, Monterrey now. Monterrey is a big club. We have to accept it. And he made a monumentally significant decision to leave Europe and go back to Mexico. So with that comes extra scrutiny, should I say? And he's going to be judged now, and he put his team under pressure in the game, and he's done it for the next couple of games as well, because obviously he's going to be banned because of the red card. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Arteaga can blame anyone except for himself, and I think Monterrey fans need to look at that and see it for what it is. So then we go 0-0 in the first half. We go into the second half, one man up. I'm still thinking it's a tough game. It's Monterrey. They haven't lost a game there all season. They've done really well at home. They've done really well in general. They've been top of the league for most of the season. So I still wasn't jumping for joy. I think it's still 10-man. Monterrey can still do something. They can still nick a cheeky goal. And, I'm not too confident in our goal scoring ability this season. We're very inconsistent with our goal scoring. And I think Marin didn't have a really good game, but he ended on a good note, obviously. But I don't think he had a great game. And now not having Chicharito on the bench because he was ill, apparently. I think hurt us. I think Cheech needs to get a goal soon. By the way, I think it's getting on now. He's had a few minutes now. He needs to get a goal. Once he gets a goal, I think he'll kick on. But yeah, it's all on Marion at the moment to score goals or Piojo. Piojo's not had a really good game, yeah, a really good season in terms of goal scoring. Um, and Pocho's kind of dried up at the moment. I think he's still our top scorer. But he's dried up a little bit now. People criticising Pocho because he's not scoring. I don't think that's the main part of his game. I think he's a really, really good midfielder, attacking midfielder that can score a goal. People say, well, he hasn't scored ages, he needs to be dropped. He's not on the pitch to purely score goals, in my opinion. I think he's on the pitch because he's a good leader. He tells people where to go, what to do, and he dictates the game pretty well. Does a lot of the nitty gritty stuff really well, in my opinion. The things that are not going to get you in the headlines. And the goals for me are just a bonus. But that's dried up. And yeah, at the moment, Cal gets the first goal. I really wish it could count as Cal's goal. He did a really good job. Really, what we need from our left winger, cuts in, coming in, and tries to slot it past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper makes a really good save. Moreno obviously is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's too close to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, I think, would have made a really good save. We would have paid it out. I mean, having said that, if Moreno hadn't been there, if you look at the replay, Marion's right there. You would assume that Marion would have just slotted it in anyway. So yeah, 1-0. A little bit of a scrappy goal in the moment, I guess. But if you look at it, it's all Cal's work. Gets into the box, cuts it in. Really would love for that to have been his goal. Slide it past the keeper, but obviously the keeper's a really good goalkeeper, and he made a really good save. And yeah, Moreno's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and yes, 1-0. Surprisingly, actually, I thought, wow, okay, that's cool. I thought that Monterrey would come at us then. I thought they were a bit lackluster in the final third all game. They didn't terrify me too much in the game, to be honest with you. Once you got to the hour mark, I'm thinking, you know what, I don't know if Monterrey are going to get a goal. But obviously, it was Chivas, and our defence isn't that great. So, um, um, the opposition can get a lucky goal or nick a goal right at the end quite easily against us. So, I'm still on my toes. But it's still 1-0 was good. Obviously, with it being like 30 minutes left, that helped as well. And then Rodriguez, I think it was, he originally got a yellow card. I think yellow card, at the time, I thought yellow card, yeah, that's a foul. And I was happy with the yellow card. And then obviously VAR went back. I thought VAR would overturn the yellow card, in my opinion. But obviously they gave him a red card. Looking back and looking at the replay and looking at it in slow motion, you kind of think, okay, he's from behind. He does roll his ankle a little bit, catches Piojo's ankle a little bit, and it's a bit harsh, but I can see why it's given. It's not one of those things where it's like, I have no idea why he's given that red card. Yeah, you can't put that one on the ref either. The ref just let VAR handle it. I think the referee was quite happy leaving it as a yellow card. So I don't think Monterrey fans can say that the referee was against them. I don't think he wanted to send Rodriguez off, in my opinion. Um, but I will say that going down to 9 men, I'm thinking to myself, it would be hugely embarrassing now if we do not get this win, because it's against 9 players. We're already 1-0 up. Vasquez then, I think, went on and had his miss as well. I don't know how he didn't get it on target. I think Rangel would have had it covered anyway, but didn't even get it on target. So I think he had a really, really poor game. And then, right towards the end, I think just a couple of minutes of extra time, Marion takes the ball around the goalkeeper and slots it in, makes it 2-0. Marion's capable of doing that. That's the thing. Marion gets a little bit of crap online because he doesn't do it enough, I don't think. He's a really good player and he's a really good goal scorer, and he's scored a fair few for us over the last calendar year or so, but he doesn't do it often enough. He's not a player that the fans can go, don't worry, Marion's going to get us a goal, he's going to be good. Well, having said that, he has sneaked in a little bit now and started scoring a little bit for us, so hopefully he can kick on. He's our number 1 striker right now. JJ Macias can't get on the pitch, don't know why. I'm assuming he's fit and healthy, he's on the bench. He's named in the squad. I think if you put a player on the squad in this on the bench, then you think that he's good enough and healthy enough to play. Maybe they're just keeping it really slow with him. They brought him back too soon last time. He got re-injured again. They're probably just. I mean, I'm trying to justify. I'm trying to argue with myself because on one hand, I'm really frustrated that JJ's not getting on the pitch, but I'm also, maybe they're wrapping him in cotton wool. Maybe they're taking it really slow. Maybe they thought, you know what, we don't need to bring him on in this game. Don't want to risk it. Give him another week or so and then bring him on again. So, yeah, I mean, I'm frustrated with JJ, but Chicharito as well, not having Chicho on the bench, um, left us a little bit light, in my opinion. I think if Cheech had been on the bench, I think he would have been on, and I don't think Marin would have had the chance to score a goal. So, it goes to show you never really know what's going to happen in the football game. 2-0 away at Monterrey for Chivas is a huge result. I would say it's one of Gagos' best games in charge. Clean sheet for Rangel, well, like I said, really happy for him. I'm happy for him being number one. He's got my full backing. We just need to keep at it with him. He's not going to be perfect. He's going to let goals in. He's going to make mistakes, but you can tell he's a good goalkeeper. He's a really good goalkeeper at foundation level. Just needs to get the experience now and build on that and learn and learn his craft. So really good. I'd like to see Chavez get more game time. Um, you know, I think he's similar situation to Rangel where he's coming out the youth team. He's being established at the senior level. He's made a couple of mistakes. He's got a red card one time, I think, a few weeks ago. So he's going to learn as well, but I just want to see him get more start. I mean, I think the defence is probably going to be where we're going to rejuvenate in the summer. I think defence is alright. It's just I think we need a little bit of an upgrade. Poho, I think Pollo's kind of not a liability, but he's not that great at the moment. I think having him on the bench, having him as a rotation is great. I just don't think he needs to be starting. And yeah, I just think we need better centre backs. And then we'll have to wait and see what else we do in the transfer market. But at the moment we're good. No, this is a result we can build on. Gain momentum and get as high up the ladder as possible. And then, we can sneak into Ligia and then hopefully, once we get Ligia, anything can happen, like I always say. So, so far so good. Couple of decent results now. We just need to use this, if we could beat Monterrey at Monterrey, we could beat anyone in this league. We beat America as well, who are second at the moment. So, important games coming up. We're only a few games left of the season, so they're all hugely important. We don't have any distractions now. Teams like Monterrey, Tigres, America still have the CONCACAF Champions League, so the CONCACAF Champions Cup, whatever it is called now. So they've still got that distraction. We don't have any distractions now. It's one game now, pretty much a week. So yeah, no distractions, no excuses. We need to if we can win the rest of our games, we've got a fighting chance of getting pretty much, I think, fourth, I think, is probably the highest we can go now. And then, get to Ligia. And get to Ligia for Gago in his first season with the amount of changes we've had in the team, with Rangel being the new goalkeeper, with Chavez being roughly the new left back. Chicharito not playing many games. He's not had too much of a chance yet because of his injury, obviously. With JJ out most of the season, I think Gago's done alright. Could he have done better? Sure, he could have done better, but I think if we can get to Ligia, I think that's a decent season for a debut season, and it will be on him. He'll have the summer to get his players in, to get the players he doesn't want out, and then next season probably be the pressure time for Gago. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Good result against Monterrey. Hopefully we can keep it going. And I'm really happy right now. 2-0 win against Monterrey away from home. That's brilliant. Brilliant result. Don't care how the goals happened. I mean, one goal was scrappy, one goal was really good. We were kind of fortunate that they went down to 9 men, sure. But even with 11 men, trouble us too much. Monterrey had an uncharacteristically poor game, and they can't blame the ref for that. That's all on them. If they've been playing as well as they could have, then they wouldn't have needed the referee to help them out. Or I don't know. We played really well. We were quite solid, and we took our opportunities when we made the opportunity. And the first goal was a bit of a fluke, but we still made that opportunity. It was on Cal that got it into the box, and you hit the ball in the box, it can go anywhere. Anything can happen. So you got to get it in there in the first place and have the shot in the first place. So. And even if Moreno hadn't been there, Marin would have put it in anyway. So, the second goal, the Marin goal was really good as well. That kind of sealed off the game, and that was it. It's 2-0 away from home is great. I'm really happy, and yeah, I hope you guys are happy too. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the game. What do you think about Marin and the strike situation? What do you think about the centre backs? Do you agree with me or not? I like Tiba. I've always liked Tiba. I know he gets a lot of stick, but I've always rated him. Could we get a better centre back in there? Sure, we could, but I think Tiba's a decent centre back. What do you think about left back as well? I'd love to see Chavez play more. I'd just become our starting left back, but obviously he needs time. And Rangel, let me know what you think about Rangel. It should be all positive. I mean, I know that Wally has his fans on Twitter at least, and on Instagram as well. There's a lot of people on Instagram that want Wally to play. Yeah, Wally's a great goalkeeper. I'm very happy with him, but for me, if I had to choose, I'd choose Rangel without any kind of thought or any kind of hesitation. Rangel is a younger goalkeeper. I think he's as good, if not better, than Wally, and I think the only way is up for him. So yeah, I'm happy with him playing. I'm happy with him starting. I hope it continues, and I hope that he starts to win all the fans around because I think. We've got a special player there. And we've got Garcia and the Tapatia as well. Chivas are making really good goalkeepers right now. And I can't wait to see Garcia. I don't think Wally's going to stick around too much longer, to be honest with you. I think Wally's good enough to be a number one goalkeeper in Liga MX. And I think he will at some point move on. And I think we'll bring Garcia in as number two. But that remains to be seen. But anyway, guys, have fun in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate you guys. There's been a whole bunch of new subscribers recently, which I'm very, very happy about. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And it amazes me sometimes, every so often I think, wow, I've got another subscriber. It's great. It's awesome. I do appreciate it. I do love it. And, it does mean something to me. So I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys find something in this channel that you can relate to, you love. And yeah, just talk about, mostly it's football and concerts as well, but it's football. For me, I love talking about football, and I should get people on here. I've got a couple of mates that might be coming up on my channel. I would like to do that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling now. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Give a like and subscribe. Comment down below as well. I always reply to my comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys the next weekend for the next game. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.